We have Polish beer today, Hannah. I didn't even know Polish people made beer.
You've got a bit of Polish in you, don't you? Polish?
Polish, yeah. Hence that horrific surname of ours. You think people are going to laugh at my hair transplant?
Why are you giving that to me?
Let's give you this.
Yeah, give me the beer.
I'm worried
Make yourself useful, man.
I'm worried people are going to laugh at my hair transplant.
I think it looks great.
Let's hope they're mature enough not to. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey guys, how you doing? So got the old hair transplant finished. Did a good job, I think.
Groomy.
Got frosted tips. What am I talking about?
What would you do if it actually turned out like that?
Oh my god, can you imagine? I would just shave it all off.
I'd sleep in a separate bedroom.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
I just did that thing you do where I laughed at my own joke. I'd sleep in a separate bedroom.
Oh, let me sync my audio.
How about you get rid of your bloody beard hairs as well, Stef? It's all over your top.
Right, we're on the Treski, which is a Polish beer.
It's a really big bottle.
It's quite nice, actually.
I said I wasn't going to drink beer because I'm wearing a skin-tight top and I will look pregnant after this.
It's actually really nice. Well done, Poland. Makes me proud of my surname, drinking a nice beer like this.
So somebody commented the other day, I can't remember where it was, but they were like, they found it really interesting the way we pronounce it because in Poland they
say Bahalach.
Yeah, but then in France they pronounce it differently as
France
well.
is beautiful. They're like Michalak.
Yeah.
There's a French rugby player called Frederick Michalak. Very handsome guy. You'd fancy him. Yeah, but then you sound like a dick if you're like, hey, yeah, Stef Michalak. Like,
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And you have issues with that already. Actually being one.
Like, so. Yeah. But I know Poland made like whiskey. Not whiskey. What am I talking about? Vodka. They're big on vodka. Do you know what vodka's made out of?
No, I don't actually.
Potatoes.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, but they're big on.
So if the apocalypse
whiskey
comes, we'll be all right. We could just make our own vodka.
Well, wait, why? What? We've got a couple of potatoes in the cupboard.
No, because we can have a vegetable patch outside with potatoes. You idiot.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know what to do after that. What do you do? Just put a potato in the cupboard and let it ferment?
We better Google it before the apocalypse comes.
Let it go mouldy and squeeze out the juice and drink it. I don't know. God
There's
knows.
a conversation starter for you guys.
Cheers. Welcome back to the third episode of the new format. I think it's people are starting to get used to it now.
Does everyone hate it?
Well, they did at first. I think everyone was like, "What the hell is he doing?" And now I think people are like, "Actually, I see what he's doing."
When is it going to be coronavirus? Just look at this. Come and show everybody. Come and show everyone your mask. You love it, don't you? It's your ninja mask, isn't it? Steph and I are planning a surprise in a couple of weeks. It's a road trip. So I thought I'd better get the guys, with the little boys, a mask each just in case we need to go into a shop at some point or, I don't know, like a cafe or whatever, and if they're strict about it, then at least we've got the masks. To be honest, the boys are enjoying wearing them anyway because they think they look like ninjas, and I think it's really cute that through a child's eyes, something that is really strange for us. I mean, it's probably strange for them too, but something that's really kind of almost apocalyptic looking in the world right now. Their minds make it into something innocent and something fun, and there's something really lovely about that.
I feel like the long form conversations are just something. I just really enjoy podcasts, and so I've been really influenced by podcasts recently. I thought, well, that's what you need to do. Sit down, try not to edit it too much, and just have a conversation. And I don't know. I think it's something we've had to do because of this new world that we're in now. I just feel it's time to make a change, and people now want to see honesty and truth. I think more than ever, they want to see something that isn't, because technically, when you're making a lot of videos, you're dancing this dance, like you're projecting a version of yourself, which is highly edited, and you're kind of presenting, and sometimes it doesn't feel genuine, and you feel like this is kind of an interpretation of me. It's not really me. It's just. But
can anyone really be their true self on camera? I don't think they can, because you're very aware that at some point somebody else is going to watch it, and then so you want to project a good version of yourself. You're not going to be the worst version of yourself on camera if you know the camera's there.
But I feel like what you need to do is strip as much of that away as you can and try and get down to the most honest version of yourself that you possibly can. And I feel the best way to do that is with a long form conversation.
Yeah.
With just sitting down and talking about something and if you don't edit it, there's no place to hide. If you don't drop cut, if you don't know what a drop cut is, it's basically when you kind of cut a sentence out, so you see a slight jitter in the footage. And that's when somebody's just cut out some maybe conversation that's car crashed or something like that.
I used to drop cut. I have a really bad habit of saying and
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So I used to drop. There we go. I used to drop cut all of those out. I don't anymore though. Because I can't be bothered because I say it so much.
Do you know whenever I'm editing Hannah on a timeline, I never look at the footage. I always look at the audio for what you're saying, and I can almost see where your so's and ums are, and I just cut them out.
Yeah.
I just focus on the audio.
There's always a little. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So.
Yeah, and then a gap.
You're never supposed to start any sentence with so. Apparently, you've got to just say what it is. Never start something with so. Today I'm cut the so. I don't know why, but apparently
cut the so.
Cut the so. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Cut the
so.
So.
I'm like, maybe that should be our podcast
name. We're struggling with our podcast name. We're between 3 of them at the moment. We're between, what was it? Don't Say Cheese.
M's the word, don't say cheese, and insufferable hipster twats.
Yeah, Don't Say Cheese was... The idea was, you know, when you get your photograph taken and somebody says, say cheese, and you pull up, you know, you get these horrible
that fake
photographs
smile where you're like...
and it's like, it's such a fake smile and it's such a fake situation, and the photos always look really I can't stand them.
So I think the idea is basically that the podcast would be the opposite of that fake situation where it's like you were saying, like a long form, genuine conversation.
Where we don't slice it, we don't cut it.
Yeah.
Which is dangerous this day and age with the sensitivities, but it's important just to...
This is really nice.
It is actually really good. Well done, Poland. Any Polish people watching, yeah. Congratulations on your beer. It's lovely. It reminds me of like Czech beer kind of flavour. So anyway, yeah, so Don't Say Cheese was a reaction to kind of not producing something which feels too contrived. And then there was the M's the word, because the new kind of logo that we're pushing, which is that M, which is basically on our new... covered in beard hair. It's like our little M logo there, which is basically our new t-shirt.
Yep.
Since wearing this, I feel my self-esteem has gone through the roof. I'm more confident. I'm more effective at work. I'm just happier.
You're a better husband.
I'm a better husband, a better dad, just better at life. So, you know, if you want a similar type of benefit, then they're on the...
Did you get all the key messaging and stuff?
Got the key messaging in. Yeah, no, but I really like the fit, actually. I really like them. But I would say that because I'm very biased because they're ours. But, yeah. It's got a little M there. Got a little insult on the back saying, so I'm relatable. I don't know if you can see it, but let me try move around. Can you see that right there?
Good, sort of. You guys playing floor is lava? Jump.
Me?
Yeah.
I've started to dip my toes back into the news. I took a little sabbatical of current affairs and news for a while. Started to venture back into the world of news.
I knew you wouldn't be able to stay away.
I mean, I'm not fully immersed again. I'm just kind of tiptoeing back into it. I feel like you can't just stay completely blissfully unaware.
I'm so blissfully unaware right now, but it's okay because you sometimes give me little snippets. Although, to be fair, I do listen to every week, once a week, I listen to that podcast that I love, and they always talk about current affairs, the high-low. And they usually have a little segment where they talk about something that's going on in the news or a article that's in the newspapers or whatever. So I feel like I've got enough, and it's like kind of packaged and worded in a way that I enjoy rather than like a negative, like fear
mongering.
I just don't enjoy the way the news is presented to us. If I can if I can have it like they can be the middle person, that I'd prefer that route.
It does have quite, if you look at the news and the way it is presented with these authority figures behind this desk in a very serious tone, and the thunderous kind of music coming in and the severity of it all, it is presented in a very severe way, which does have an effect. But I'm sort of venturing back in, and the weird thing is, I came back in thinking, oh, maybe everything will be a little bit more settled when I come back in, or maybe things will get back to normal a little bit, or it won't be so weird. It's just got weirder. Like now, Kanye West is like running for president, and I'm not gonna laugh at that or be like, he's got no chance, because I did that with Trump. I remember we were in the car and I was driving, being like, what is he doing? He's got no chance. And then look what happened there. So I'm anything can happen these days.
Is he actually definitely going to run?
I think so, yeah, in 2020.
Oh, don't be surprised.
I'm nothing surprises me anymore.
He's literally got a lot of fans.
Mick Hucknall could write a power ballad so powerful that it cures the world of all known diseases, and I wouldn't be surprised. I would just turn the page. Anything could happen these days. Anything.
Yeah, I think basically that's the future. What's going to happen?
Just gets
in America.
weirder. It just gets weirder. Imagine, but the weird.
Do you think we're just this age where we think everything's weird and we like the old days?
Maybe all parents get to that stage.
I
don't
think
they?
so,
Where
because
kids are just like,
earlier
this is normal.
Before we came up here after our workout, we both needed a shower. We have a shower in the top floor bathroom where the neighbours can see in through the window, so you always have to pull the blind down, which is annoying because it's nice to have a shower with the natural light coming through and not the horrible shower room light. So Stef was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make the windows. I've got this cellophane stuff. I'm gonna stick it on the windows to blur it out." And I got excited about that. I was like, "Oh, great! I'm excited about this." And then I was like, "Oh God, I've got to an age where I'm excited about putting sticky back plastic like blurring on my bathroom window. Like that's like the highlight of the day." Root and I are baking banana bread. By the way, we're using my mum's old Delia Smith recipe book, which is quite old. This is the same recipe I used to bake with my mum when I was a kid.
Mama,
Yeah,
can I do this?
you can. Should we add our butter? Very good job that you're doing
Mama,
that.
is it good for your tummy?
It's okay for your tummy, yeah.
More?
Yeah, more. Loads more. Wait. That's enough.
It's just got so peculiar though.
The world has always been a strange place.
It really has. But it's just got really weirder. But the weird thing is about this Kanye West story is it's like a Sunday. The story's like a Sunday roast. Like you have your roast beef, which is the main part, but then it's got all these really other nice trimmings, which just make it even.
What's your
which bring it together.
trimming?
I mean, I think the fact that he thinks, the fact is that he's going to call his campaign. He's going to call it like the birthday party campaign because
I was talking about the roast.
Okay. Well, this is the potatoes. When he wins.
So that's your favourite trimming?
Oh God, yeah.
The roast.
I mean,
potatoes.
I'd borderline take good roast potatoes over the actual beef.
Would you?
Borderline.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about that long and hard. I'd have to come back to
I feel like that
later.
says a lot about someone's personality. Which trimming is your favourite? Do you know what mine is?
What's yours?
It's a close call though between the roast
Yeah.
potatoes. Baked parsnip with honey on.
Oh, now you're talking.
That is a good trimming. Anyway, back to Kanye West.
Kanye West. This story is the potatoes. It's he wants to call his campaign party the birthday party because when he wins, it will be like everyone's birthday, and I think that's just so peculiar because like I haven't celebrated my birthday since I was like 7.
Oh come on.
I don't get excited with my birthday these days. I'm dreading it. I'm like this is edging me closer to 40.
Honey, you've had a wish
Slash
list for like
game
11
over.
months.
What's that?
You've had a wish list for about 11 months.
What do you mean?
A birthday wish list.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
So how can you say that you
I've
don't
decided-
celebrate your birthday?
I'm going to celebrate this one because I mean
The
you might as well.
big,
It's like it's game over.
Big
like,
4-0.
That's a big
It's not
4-0.
game over.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Let's not go down this route this week.
okay. No,
And
but
besides, age is subjective.
I have an idea. Yeah, what I wanted for my birthday was a pair of turntables because nothing signals a guy hitting some sort of weird crisis tragedy stage of his life when he reignites his love of playing vinyl records. So I thought I'm just going to embrace that and be like, okay, this is probably what happens to a lot of 40-year-olds. They get back into DJing.
You can DJ for me when my girls come over.
But I have an idea what I'm going to call my. I'm going to do some sessions and I'm going to call them crisis sessions. I thought that's
Kinda
quite
like
a nice
that.
name. It's probably been
Maybe we
taken
should
by
call our
someone.
podcast that. The Crisis
The
Sessions.
Crisis Podcast. Yeah. Hello, George. Hello, little man.
We love this podcast so much.
Right, I'm off. I have a friend called Tim. Tim and I have been playing a bit of tennis as of late. The problem is Tim always beats me. We're talking every fucking time. Dad's off for a tennis lesson. Love ya. See you in a bit. So I've decided to book some private lessons with a ex-pro tennis player called Hetty. She's teaching me my backhand, my topspin, my serves, all that jazz. So when I play Tim next time, I can teach him never to fuck with a very petty man. Anyway, tennis is a game of confidence, and I went into my lesson with Hetty very confident, so I challenged her to a game, a proper game. I told her not to hold back. I wanted to see if I could score even 1 point against a ex-pro tennis player.
Shit! Oh! Come on! Oh my god! Oh!
Turned out I couldn't even score 1 point against an ex-pro tennis player. What do you think you're doing? You little rat. How's your leg, Hannah Mags? Let's get a leg update.
I feel like it's so boring now, leg update. Like, who really gives a shit apart from me?
Yeah.
Exactly. Please, may I have mine back?
Okay.
Thank you.
Slow, Mummy.
Slow, like this, yeah.
Fast.
Whoa!
Slow.
I feel like it's important to keep parts of the vlogs in. So throughout these, as you've noticed from the past couple, we're going to sort of intersplice vloggy parts within it. And that's paying homage to the fact that's where we're from. But also kind of expand on the silky
Where we're
montage.
from? I'm still there, mate.
Yeah, I know, but that's what you're bringing. That's what you're bringing in these bits that people seem to really like.
There's one banana. No, we have to mash it first.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, I will mash it.
So you mash it with this lip.
Can I do it?
Yes.
With that?
Uh-huh.
How do I do it?
Do you want me to start it off for you and then you finish it?
No way.
The silky montages have kind of evolved into these new kind of editorialized think pieces, I suppose. So I wrote one this week about how what filmmaking has taught me and how it ties into string theory. So roll the BT. What are quarks and electrons but the musical notes played out on tiny vibrating strings?
Come on.
What is physics but the very laws of harmony to write on tiny vibrating strings? What is chemistry but the melody you play on those tiny vibrating strings? What is the universe? But a symphony of tiny vibrating strings. We are all nothing but melodies. Cosmic music played out on tiny vibrating strings. Slaves to the laws of physics, which bow to the harmony played on those tiny vibrating strings. You and I have the choice of what notes we wish to play. You and I have the choice of what melody we wish to hear. This is what film has taught me. There's parts of these videos that plug into different parts of us. Like for you love that kind of just showing normality of day-to-day life with the
Like
kids.
watching it as well.
And you're going to love watching that when you're an old lady and the kids have moved out. And, you know, you've got grandkids and you want to watch back what your day-to-day was like. So it's important to leave that in. But also to creatively scratch your itches, it's good to do the
fancy
schmancy
bits.
stuff, yeah. So anyway, we've got something exciting lined up in a couple of weeks, don't we?
Well, you know, it's not actually a couple of weeks, it's like a week.
Oh, a week. And anyone from Bristol who's planning to break into our house when we go away, my mum is staying in the house, so don't do it, okay? Because she'll be here and she is Irish, so she'll kick your ass. She will not stand for any Bristolians coming and
Your mum's going to be here with a baseball bat.
Yeah, she would, yeah. You don't want to mess with an Irish mother. Ooh. She's a ginger Irish mother as well. Whoa, man, when she loses it.
Does that make you more angry,
What?
being ginger?
It fires you up a little bit, yeah. It gives you a little bit of extra. I've never been allowed in the ginger gang because I'm only half ginger. I'm not fully committed. So the gingers have always been like, you're not allowed in here. And then like everyone else is like, you're not allowed with us because you've got a bit of ginger. So I'm kind of left on my own.
It's so weird, isn't it? How it's like brown and then stripe and then ginger.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Mama, can I do that?
This is a big girl job, Ruthie. But you, because it's a bit dangerous. It smells nice though, smell it.
Is it ready?
No, not yet. Mummy's got to grate it. You do the mashing. Because you're good at mashing, aren't you?
We decided
To get the hell out of here!
yeah, to get out of here. And we're inspired by a couple of our friends, Nia and A, and the Brookses, who are old friends, our next door neighbours from London, who we still keep in contact with.
They're both doing little France road trips. So we thought we'd get on that bandwagon and crash both their holidays, didn't we?
Yeah.
Where are you going? Can we come?
Yeah,
I didn't even ask. You were like, what day can we see you?
yeah, pretty much. Bullied them into it. It's going to be the biggest
They don't
road
even
trip.
really want to be our friends. We just turn up.
We just invite ourselves to their house all the time. It's going to be the biggest road trip we ever did. It's going to be on par with North Coast 500, which was a massive road trip from London all around the Highlands back to London. This one's going to be bigger than that. We're going
Can I just ask,
right down to...
any parents who have done anything similar with young kids, please go to my Instagram and give me any tips you have. Because the road trip bit, I'm like, there's only so many like Disney films you can download.
Sedate them, don't you?
I think that's legal anymore, stuff.
No, but like you have like certain medicines to help them sleep. We gave them on the
You're
plane
going to go down well.
We gave some on the plane to...
Rufus gets plane travel sick. That's why he had that.
Yeah, and Grayson had a sip, and you had a sip.
I didn't
And
have
I think
a sip.
I had a sip.
You had a sip. I
think I
didn't
had
have
a
a
sip, yeah.
sip.
Had a
Did
sip,
you?
yeah.
Did it work?
I say sip, it was more like a gulp. My friend once, when we were skiing, he broke 3 ribs, and on the way back in France, they don't mess around when they give you painkillers. They give you
Oh my
basically
God, I know.
morphine. They give you heroin basically. When
Yeah.
you, and he was like on the way back, he goes, "Do you want one of these massive, great big pills? They were like the size of my fist." And I was like, "Yeah." And I had it, and oh my God, I just drifted back to the UK. I was just like so happy the whole way back. It was lovely.
It seems
Never forget
similar
that.
with their kids' medication in France as well, though, because I remember one time we were skiing and I was trying to find Calpol somewhere. Can't remember what was wrong with Grayson. And we had to go to like a million different chemists, do you remember, to get it? And when we finally got it, it was so strong.
Yeah.
Like, it was really good stuff. Like, he was just back to normal straight away. It was great.
Yeah. So it's going to be a big trip with the 2 kids, but we, yeah.
Thing
Let's
is,
have
I was
it.
saying to my friend yesterday, in my head, as the mum, I always think, oh God, it's going to be so stressful. Like, I always kind of catastrophize. Why can't I say that
That's
word?
right, I think you got it right.
No, catastrophize what's going to happen and how, like, everyone's going to be bickering and, like, trapped in a car together. I'm like, But I shouldn't do that, because whenever we travel anywhere with the kids, there are little stressful bits. But when you reach your destination and you have those moments and those memories, it's always worth the stressful parts.
Yeah. Let me show you on the map back there where we're going to go. Starting off here in Bath, going down to Portsmouth, over to Caen. I don't have a clue how to say any of these words. Down to Rochefort, across to Scarlett de Canada, down to Toulouse, over to Lacoste. And then, after that, we're going to weigh it up and see what we want to do.
Mummy,
Yes.
can we do this now?
You can tip that in now, yes. Good job. Is it all in?
That's the one thing that annoys me about France. Like, they got the Alps. It's like, it's not fair. I wish we had the Alps. If we had the Alps in the UK, we'd have everything.
It reminds me of being a kid and baking in the kitchen with my mummy.
Mummy?
I used to bake this cake with my mummy
Why?
because it was a nice thing to do together. And then we get to eat cake afterwards.
But I don't know your Mummy.
You're silly. You don't know my mummy.
I don't.
No, my mummy died, Roo.
Why?
Where? In a hospital. Long time ago though, that's why you don't know her. But we used to bake this cake together.
So your Mummy's died?
Yeah.
Need to go to bye.
No, she was just very poorly
Where?
in her tummy. Tummy was very poorly.
But his leg's not very poorly.
Not a conversation. No, not her leg, don't worry. Right, can I have a little turn, please?
But I mix them.
Please, may I have a little turn?
Okay,
Thank
just a
you.
little done.
Let's make it, and then we can put the chocolate chips in.
I think what the government are going to have a really hard job doing is, after drilling it into so many people's heads for such a long time with all this kind of severe messaging, like don't go out, stay at home, save the NHS, like, you know, and it struck a lot of fear into people, and now to rewind out of that and tell everyone to go back to normal and go out shopping and buy stuff you don't need and mingle and, you know, go out, that's going to be a very difficult thing for the government to do, because what you do is you create all this fear within people, and people panic and they get fearful, and then they just lock themselves in at home.
I don't even think it's all just that. I think it's that, this is my personal feeling, and I just feel like there will be people that feel the same. It's that you spent so much time with your family or in isolation or whatever, that you do become more of an
Inclusive.
introvert, more of like, you're used to being in your own company, and so it can be a bit intimidating than meeting up with somebody or...
I know what you mean. I think a lot of people probably have underlying social anxiety issues, which are exacerbated by being at home the whole time, and they're allowed to kind of grow and turn into something.
It's for you, and there's none for Daddy.
None for Daddy?
And there's none for Gracie.
Just for us, we eat all of the cake all by ourselves.
Yes.
There's a point in your life when, I don't know if this is to say, I can only speak for men, but there's a point in your life when you're a guy and you feel like you have something to prove. And Facebook plugs into that. And it just says, oh, you got something to prove? Prove it here. Tell everyone about it. You go on holiday? Put it here so everyone knows about it. And then you get to a point where you're like, I don't have anything I need to prove to anyone anymore.
Yeah.
And then you just stop using Facebook. And then you don't post anymore. And you just see it for what it is. And you see Twitter and everything for what it is. And you're just like, this is people's excuse to humbly brag about stuff.
Yes, please.
And you say,
Thank you.
that's it. How many have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are you going to put in your mouth? Instead of having to name the vlogs, could you not just be like, episode 3091?
If you wanted 17 people to watch it, then probably, yeah.
So clickbait's
I
the
need a
route,
clickbait
right?
title for this week. Could you say something really outrageous?
I never have...
Say something really outrageous.
I don't know, you put me on the spot.
Have an outrageous opinion on something.
I'm sorry.
Have you got any dark skeletons in your closet we can wheel out for a
God.
clickbait title?
No.
Come on, there must be something in there.
No, I really don't.
Uh,
You'll always manage to scrape something out.
it's so annoying that you have to do it though. I wish you could just call them episodes. And
Yeah,
the
didn't
things
Casey
you've got-
Neistat do that? But it's Casey Neistat, so you get away
All
with it.
right. Ouch.
You did a good job, didn't
Can
you?
I have some more now?
In a minute. Let me put the cake in the oven and then I'll let you have a little bit more.
Okay.
What about that guy that you were watching earlier? What does he do?
Oh, PewDiePie.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah, it's PewDiePie.
Okay.
You know what? One thing that gives me faith in YouTube is the fact is that he is pretty much the number. He's such a great creator, consistently great, grounded, funny, interesting, dedicated, hardworking.
Kind of cute.
He has
as well,
everything.
from what
Yeah,
I
very
saw.
handsome.
That's why I was like,
Yeah, he's really
who's
handsome.
that guy and what does he do?
Yeah, he's so deserving, and that's what gives me faith sometimes when I see stuff like that. I'm like, thank God it's him and not somebody like the Paul brother, one of the Paul brothers or something like that.
Are you proud of your cake?
Yeah.
Looks
Can
good,
I
doesn't
have
it?
some
It's a bit
cake?
hot right now, Ruru. But when it cools down, you can have a big bit, yeah?
It's so funny for easy for people to be like, oh, it's so easy to content create or whatever. But I look at somebody like him, and there's another girl that I've recently started following, and she bangs out so much content, and it's all really watchable, and like I'm really into it, and I'm like, that's such a talent to think of all these ideas all the time, and
Yeah, it really is.
ways that you can put out a video and then make it into smaller segments for Instagram.
How long has
and
she been doing it though? Because there is a burnout on this.
I don't know actually. I feel like
That's the
I'm
thing.
binging all of her videos.
Yeah, you go into it and you start doing well, and you're like, right, I'm so focused on this, and then you just put so much of yourself into it, you burn out. I've had so many burnouts in this job. where you're
It's different with girls as well, because I have a burnout once every 6 weeks. I'm like, I don't want to do
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Everyone leave me alone.
Yeah. But this is why I'm feeling so much more happy with this kind of format, this long form conversational format, because I just find it so much less pressure to come up with a story each week and come up with a narrative. So that's why I love it so much. But yeah, no, that's the thing. I think if she might be banging all this stuff out, but guarantee it, like in 6 months, she'll be like, I can't sustain this. It's so hard to
Who
sustain.
knows?
I just thought I would show you how the boys are sleeping at the moment because it's so cute.
This
Grace-
is my room.
Grayson's got a new bed,
Do you
haven't
want
you?
to see my legomet? I've got hundreds of them. Even can I have my mom? Please go.
In a minute, yeah. So Grayson's got a new bed,
I'm playing.
which looks like this, and there's a little sofa there, and it's just Rufus sized. So Rue has been sleeping on there, haven't
And
you?
in 10 days, we're going on a trip. And we're going on a giant boat that holds our car. And then
You've got your mask ready, haven't you?
Camp. Then we're going to see my friend Rafferty. And my friend Rafferty.
There's so many amazing creators that I follow on Instagram, and it's only when you kind of think about what really goes into it, like that person is the stylist, they're the person that chooses what is in the background, they know what angle they want, they know which pose to do, they write all the copy, they review the product, there's so many, and then they're editing the pictures or the video or whatever. There's so many roles all kind of wrapped up into one thing with a shitty title of an influencer, and you're like, no.
Thank you everyone for watching and for being part of the journey and for helping us out with making this possible each week. We really love making these little videos and creating them. So yeah, thank you for being part of the process.
Do you ever think it's mad that like we're still able to do it because people watch and support and comment and engage, and it's when you think about it, it's so like you feel so in debt. You're like, it's just kind of,
the thing is, I think
it's weird.
what we have is that we have kind of a community of people who, I think a lot of them have been with us for some time, and we have that core. There's this thing called 1,000 true fans, where it basically means all you need in anything is something Neil told me about, is 1,000 true fans. There are 1,000 people who watch all the stuff that you do, comment, like they're basically there supporting you 100% of the time,
Hardcore.
and that's all anyone ever needs is 1,000 true fans, and then you can make whatever you need to make work.
Right, shall we wrap this up now? I feel like both of us have we tried to wrap it up and then got distracted. I actually do need to go and feed our child.
Right then, thanks for watching everyone. Cheers, cones.
Cheers.
Links to our sexy merch is down below. It won't be covered in dog hair like mine.
Yours
And
isn't
beard
dog
hair.
hair, it's
Mine's
beard
beard hair, dog
You're just
hair.
hairy. Look at you. Look at the state of you.
I bet Casey Neistat's looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah, I bet he is. And PewDiePie.
PewDiePie is looking pretty sharp.
Night night.
Love
you.
Do you fancy him?
I didn't actually look at his face, but you were watching it while you're putting up the bathroom stickers on the thing, and I like went to go and see what you were watching, and I thought it was hot.
You were like, yum.
Yeah, well, you looked quite. I like a beard. Had nice eyes, nice voice, nice face.
Far more successful than your husband as well. Bonjour,
Just
everyone.
wave, Steph, and say goodbye, please.
Bonjour. J'habite en petit maison, c'est près de la village, en Bath. Salut. Bonsoir. Arrivederci.